This is the last word, and I'm Marya Shakil. 10 days to go for the consecration ceremony of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya, and the politics over invitation and attendance has peaked. The BJP today released posters branding the India parties as anti-Sanatana. The Congress was quick to hit back, saying 22nd of January is a political project of the BJP and the RSS, and it raised a counter question as to why are the four Shankracharyas not attending the ceremony. The Shankracharyas have said that the event doesn't follow the norms of the Hindu religion. They have also said that the installation of the idols of Lord Ram without completing the construction of the Ram temple is against the Hindu religion. The India parties say that religion is a private matter, and that's something that they agree upon. So with sharp lines drawn, the Congress's dilemma of to attend or not to attend is answered with a no. My question that I ask is that will that then become a talking point going ahead of 2024 elections? Let's listen in first to all the reactions that have come in so far.
This BJP is attacking you on the social media about not attending.
No, I will give tomorrow reaction, and I will also tell what I have told on 6th itself. That everything I will tell tomorrow.
No, but why now that they are making an attack, we have to respond to that? What is they're saying that you are anti-Hindu? How do you respond to that?
No. See, that's why I'm telling. In detail, I will give you tomorrow response. And what I have said on 6th January, that will also I will show that it is proper for me to give it in a proper perspective.
अरे इनके डीएनए में ही राम विरोधी है, और ये नेहरू से लेके सोनिया गांधी तक आज तक कभी अयोध्या नहीं गया। स्टालिन जब सनातन को खत्म करने की बात कहा तो उसके पीछे ये कांग्रेस खड़ी रही, ये हिंदू विरोधी।
इसी बहिष्कार के चलते हुए जनता भी क्रमशः उनको सत्ता से बहिष्कृत करती चली जा रही है, परंतु उनकी बुद्धि परिष्कृत होने का नाम नहीं ले रही है। आज जब अयोध्या में श्री रामलला विराजमान की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा होने जा रही है, और उस समय एक बार पुनः कांग्रेस ने अपनी उसी प्रवृत्ति के अनुरूप, क्योंकि यह भारत के इतिहास का ऐतिहासिक पल है, यदि आजादी 800 साल की गुलामी के बाद हमें मिली थी 1947 में, यद्यपि कांग्रेसी कहते हैं 200 साल की गुलामी।
वहां विश्व हिंदू परिषद के प्रचारक बैठेंगे पूजा करने के लिए। कितने पढ़े लिखे हैं उनके अंदर, विद्वान है क्या? जहां तक हमारा सवाल है, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कभी धर्म का उपयोग या दुरुपयोग राजनीति में नहीं किया है। वो हमारे लिए राजनीतिक हथियार नहीं है, हमारे आस्था का प्रश्न है। इसलिए जो भी निर्णय लिया गया है वो सोच समझ के लिया गया है।
आलोक कुमार जो है बीजेपी वाले, उन्होंने कहा कि आपको डाक के थ्रू निमंत्रण भेजा गया है,
तो डाक के थ्रू जवाब हम भी दे देंगे। ये क्या बात हुई आपकी?
These are the same people who never supported the Ram temple ever and have opposed it all along. For example, in terms of the Congress party, Nehru himself did not support the Ram Janmabhoomi. When he could, right after partition, it could have been built and it would not have been a big issue at that time or a division. In the textbooks, we see the history. Ram is not given much support. Hinduism is often looked at in a negative light. Even the Congress historians tried to doubt the fact that Babri Masjid was built on an existing temple. When the Archaeological Survey of India brought out the evidence, they tried to deny it and claim those people were politically biased. So they've been against it all along, and they even took the case to the courts to stop it.
And joining me now, Sanjay Jha, author and political analyst, also a former Congress member, Tuhin Sinha, representing the BJP, Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist, Sanjay Singh is a senior journalist as well. Tuhin Sinha, if your party, the BJP, declares India parties as anti-Sanatan because they aren't attending, then isn't this your political project? Because you are aiming to get political gains out of what will be happening on 22nd?
Good evening, Marya. Good evening, everybody. You know, the Congress, the present-day Congress is obsessed with a Bahishkar mentality. At times they do it very brazenly, like they did in boycotting the inauguration of the new parliament. But on Sanatan issues, it manufactures alibis which are completely illogical. You know, not being present on 22nd January at the Pran Pratishtha is not the only thing. In the last few months, we have seen how the ND parties have presided over an all-out attack on the Sanatan Dharma. Did they even, could they take an official stand against the DMK? When the DMK said that, the purpose of ND alliance was to destroy Sanatan Dharma, did anybody question them? So it goes beyond 22nd, what is happening on 22nd January. It goes beyond the Pran Pratishtha through a series of actions, especially in the last 25 years after the takeover of the Congress party by the present day contemporary Gandhis, whether it was questioning the existence of Bhagwan Ram through its affidavit in 2005 in the Supreme Court, whether it was through coinage of the term Hindu terror. The Congress party does not need a certificate from us. Through its actions, it has proved that it is anti-Sanatan.
But Tuhin, the larger question is that 22nd cannot be seen from the prism of politics. After the BJP put out that placard,
absolutely no.
Because you have branded all your political opponents as anti-Sanatan, then who is doing politics right now?
No, like I mentioned, it is not only about 22nd January. In fact, we are the only party which has not done politics over Ram Mandir. We took an unapologetic firm stand way back in 1989 in the Palampur Adhiveshan. In June 1989, we took a firm stand and we have consistently stood by it. The Ram Temple is not about politics, it's about a civilizational faith. It is the Congress party which in November 1989 wanted to start its election campaign for the 1989 Lok Sabha polls from Ayodhya, but today, in the last 25 years, has consistently tried to block the construction, and now when the construction is happening, wants to shy away from it.
This dilemma is now clear that Congress will not be attending it, but those within the Congress party, Gujarat leader Arjun Modwadia and others are saying that this is a matter of faith and belief of the countrymen, and there is a significant percentage of these countrymen who have voted for the Congress. Then is the Congress not being, perhaps hurting the sentiments of those who have stood with them?
Marya, I want to congratulate you for actually putting this debate in perspective at the very beginning. But this is exactly what I said in an earlier program on another channel. The fact that the BJP has now put out a poster calling all opposition luminaries, and there are very good people in that poster actually, calling them anti-Sanatan, I think it shows the vulgarity of BJP's politics. I mean, it is reaching a very crude, a very abysmal low. And I'll tell you why. Because as you rightly mentioned, the Ram temple consecration has to be a national celebration, right? And I'm sure that not just every Hindu in this country, I think even members from other minority communities, including Muslims and Sikhs and many other people, are very delighted that end of day, this is a civilizational statement of sorts. But here is the big question mark. Who is the BJP, the VHP, the RSS, the Bajrang Dal? Who are they to appropriate Hinduism as a religion? I mean, look at Tuhin Sinha's audacity to call Congress anti-Sanatan when your party should be hiding in the black holes after the way the Supreme Court called you as anti-Sanatan, not using the word anti-Sanatan, for the way you treated Bilkis Banu. I mean, you are a party.
The problem here is Sanjay Jha, that the Congress, by not attending, has made this a political event also. And the BJP, by putting out the poster before 22nd, has also turned it out to be a political event. So, Sanjay Singh, it was supposed to be one. It was supposed to be one.
Sanjay comes in. Just 1 point.
Yes.
Just 1 point. I'll take 5 seconds. Please forget the Congress and BJP for a moment. This is a religious occasion. We all know that. The only persons who cannot be challenged by the BJP or anybody else are the Shankaracharyas. Why don't we listen to what they had to say? They have both said incomplete temple. Why is there a hurry? And why is this being done by the BJP? They have called the BJP anti-Sanatana.
Okay.
The hypocrisy of this party is for the world to see.
We will talk about the Shankaracharyas, but before that, in fact, why don't you respond to that, Tuhin, and then I bring in the two analysts.
Respond to what the Shankaracharyas have said about you.
Point is, point is where I don't know when Sanjay became such devout believers of the two Shankaracharyas he's mentioning, because if memory serves me right, please don't intervene, please don't barge in like this. When I put up with your gibberish, I think you should have some more patience to my answer.
Yes, he will be extending that courtesy.
In 2014, in 2014, somebody had passed me a link that in 2014 one of the Shankaracharyas had opposed Modi ji's election from Varanasi.
Find out the reason.
Faith, the Hindu. No, I mean, why is he barging in like this? Look at the frustration of this man.
Go ahead.
So the point is today, it is this movement, this moment is not about any political outfit. It is a people's movement. You travel to residential societies across the country and look at the way they are drawing up plans to celebrate the moment on 22nd Jan, to be a part of it, even though not exactly from Ayodhya, vicariously from all across the globe. Look at a lady called Saraswati Devi in Dhanbad who has spent the last 3 decades in Maun Vrat, and who is going to break her Maun Vrat on this particular day? That when you every time you question why now it is again about तारीख. अब पहले आप पूछते थे तारीख कब बताओगे, अब आप पूछ रहे हो अभी तारीख आप जल्दी क्यों कर रहे हो? Point ये है कि there are generations that have died. No, allow me 10 seconds. There are generations that have passed away waiting for this momentous occasion. We don't want to wait any longer. The core body, the Pran Pratishtha is happening of the core body, the Garbh Greh of Ram Lalla. The Mandir Parisar, as we call it, will probably take 2 more years, but that should not prevent us from going ahead with this momentous occasion, which is absolutely ethical, which is absolutely...
Sanjay Singh, is the opposition losing the plot here? Because it's a huge gamble that they are taking by deciding not to attend.
Surely it does, Marya. The fact remains that Congress is clutching on to whatever they said yesterday. That is about Muslim votes. I also understand that there was a divide between North and South, as if you see Arjun Modwadia's statement, and statement coming from Himachal Chief Minister, then statement coming from a very prominent minister there, Mr. Singh, and several other party workers and some middle-ranking leaders that I spoke to. The fact remains that Congress is trying to maximize or increase its vote share in some southern states. But if they consider North India as part of the country where the Congress is not going to add to any vote or any seat, then good luck to Congress party. The fact remains that this is one decision which is not going to take Congress anywhere. Congress, as it was in Mr. A.K. Antony's report, post 2014, when he analyzed the debacle of Congress party, he said there was a perception that Congress has become a Muslim party, something of that sort. I'm paraphrasing that. If Congress and more so, this comes in backdrop of Congress boycotting new parliament, calling it Modi project, calling it they also oppose that. Then Sanatan issue came up from their ally. Then Bihar Education Minister saying something very anti-Ramayan, anti-Ram Mandir. Then you have Uttar Pradesh people are Akhilesh Yadav saying something, his party members, leaders saying something. Then this brings in a whole lot of other things on social media, a whole lot of things which happened in the past. About Gandhi family, about Mulayam Singh Yadav, Lalu Prasad Yadav.
The question here is that it is now in the domain of politics, with both the parties or both the sides almost taken a clear position that those who are not attending are anti-religion, anti-Hindu, anti-Sanatan, and those who are attending are for the majority community. Then certainly the reaction would be on political lines.
Marya, you asking me?
Yes, Rashid.
Yeah. So, Marya, I think both sides have taken political position as per their sort of political requirements, as per preparation for 2024. The Congress cannot be seen as playing second fiddle to the BJP. BJP's plan
for
Hindutva
they doing
that?
Over
because
all the soft Hindutva or temple runs that we have seen, isn't that projecting Congress? Hasn't that happened already? That they are playing catch up on this,
Yes. So Marya, you're right. The Congress is also, it's in own way, Congress is also a pro-Hindu party from the time of Indira Gandhi onwards, PV Narasimha Rao, all of them have done this, and Rahul Gandhi. So, but there is, this is a political call, Marya. They had to make a political distinction between the BJP and BJP ideology and the Congress ideology. Congress is also pro-Hindu, as I am repeating, but it is not for so much for majoritarianism. It's a kind of nuanced position, whether people buy it or not. I think the Congress needs to be careful on two counts. One is that voices from within. As I said,
Yes.
there is the pro-temple voices within the Congress. If they become loud, then that will be a problem for Mr. Kharge and Gandhi. And second is unity within the India alliance. If tomorrow Nitish Kumar or Arvind Kejriwal, go ahead and attend that ceremony, then I think the Congress and the India alliance will suffer a very big body blow.
Yes, so I would agree with you that the biggest question for the Congress right now is, can it ensure that if the party leadership has taken the decision that they will not be attending, then why are these voices which are in disagreement coming out? Let me bring in Kirti Azad now of the TMC. Mr. Azad, how does this not attendance decision that has been taken by opposition really help your politics?
Is this a religious event or this is a political event? If this is a religious event, where are the four Shankaracharyas who are supposed to be the authority on Sanatan Dharma? They were these four dhams were established by Adi Shankaracharya in the 11th century. One was at Badrinath, the other at Rameshwaram, the third one was at Dwarika, and the fourth one was at Jagannath Puri. Once these people who are the authority on Sanatan Dharma are not coming, then I, being a staunch believer in God, in Sanatan Dharma, I belong to the land of Sita Ma, where she was born. It is the Sasural of Bhagwan Ram, and who better than me knows about Ram? And hence, in a situation which is supposed to be a religious ceremony, and the top four Shankaracharyas, the people authority on Sanatan Dharma not coming, how can I go there? Forget the political part of it.
Okay, but the question is that if this is going to be the narrative going ahead in the elections of 2024, then how will you really counter it? Will you be able to reach out to your voters?
The anti-Sanatan and the anti-Hindu is the BJP. Why have the four Shankaracharyas declined to come here? Why has the Shankaracharya of Puri said that they are only using it for political gains? Why shouldn't these Shankaracharyas be called to do the Pran Pratishtha? Is BJP above the Shankaracharya and Sanatan Dharma? Is my question.
Okay, let me go back to Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin Sinha, that's a question that will be asked by opposition leaders.
Marya, as you can see, the opposition is manufacturing alibis alibis. But please don't bhajan like this. If you were in parliament, you would have met the fate of the other MPs.
Okay, please go ahead. That was Sanjay Singh. He is an analyst. Yes, please. Go ahead.
So I'm sorry.
Yes.
So, the point is this present Congress is manufacturing alibis to be dismissive of the 22nd January was the reason given by Kirti Azad ji that, because four Shankaracharyas are not being called, that is the reason they don't respect this occasion. Was that the reason when Nehru tried to dissuade the then President Dr. Rajendra Prasad from attending the inauguration of the resurrected Somnath temple? So in history, they have always manufactured reasons and alibis to be dismissive of Hindu faith. He was asking whether it is a religious occasion. No, it is a civilizational occasion. And every Indian, every Hindu should ideally be proud of it, which most people are.
Okay.
The Congress is obviously completely disconnected. I am requesting, Marya, let's go beyond that poster. I am saying this with responsibility today on your show. The reason why the Congress is perceived as an anti-Sanatan party, because in the last 6 months, we have seen a series of attacks on Sanatan Dharma, which were presided over silently by the Congress party. Unlike Nehru, who took a stand against Periyar in 1957 and wrote a letter to Kamraj saying that this lunatic should be put in a mental asylum. The present day Congress only supported DLK every time they launched an attack on Sanatana Dharma.
Would you not agree with what Rashid has said, that the biggest challenge for the Congress is to ensure that the voices coming from within the party, likes of Arjun Modwadia and others, that's not there? Because if a message goes that it's a divided house even on this issue, then certainly you are sending a mixed signal to your voters.
Marya, I think Mr. Kharge has announced that he is holding a detailed presser tomorrow. But it is very important कि भाजपा का जो ये पाखंडी राजनीति है मजहब को लेके, उसका थोड़ा पर्दाफाश किया जाए. ये वही पार्टी है जिन्होंने संसद में, एक मिनट, जिन्होंने संसद में कहा,
This is an English show, Sanjay Jha.
In Parliament, Mahesh Sharma, the culture minister, said there is no evidence that we have of the birthplace of goddess Sita. My friend Kirti Azad raised a very valid point. I also come from Bihar. I think, Marya, even you come from Bihar. Mithilanchal is an issue that all of us talk about. The BJP says that God Ram is a reality, but goddess Sita is a matter of faith. So this tells you how politically opportunistic this party is. And bottom line, why isn't the President of India being invited? I'll tell you, that is proof of how this event is political. The President of India is the head of state, is the commander-in-chief, and is missing an action on such a historic occasion. Why?
Okay. With now the final words to the two analysts, and before I bring in Sanjay Singh. Rashid, the Congress is leading this opposition group, and all of them, this is a political decision of not attending, because they understand that this will be an event which will be of the Prime Minister and also of the BJP. But the larger question is, will they be able to convince those who voted for them?
Yeah, so I think, Marya, only time will tell. I think the Congress has done, politically speaking, cost benefit analysis, and it has realized that it has a good chance to get 10 or more seats in states like Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, etc. And if it had gone, then perhaps, it would not have got the same number of seats from, so to say, Hindi heartland and Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, etc. So therefore, I think the Congress is going ahead with its political plan. Remember, Marya, that in 1993, just after the demolition, when 4 BJP governments were dismissed, none of them returned to power. So the Congress is, of course, you can say that they're looking too much into past, but that is a, electoral legacy. So I think they're very confident that this is not a singular issue that's going to sway all the voters
Rashid,
towards the BJP.
The question is, the 22nd of January will be an epoch moment. Either those who are invited, and if they are not there, they would be marked as having not attended, similar to what we saw during Central Vista. But I think this would be a far bigger event, because that was about parliamentarians and parliament as a symbol of democracy. But here it is about faith. That brings me to my last question to Sanjay Singh. Sanjay Singh, can there be also a great degree of caution from the side of the BJP?
Marya, since 1989, this was political project which BJP said this is Astha ka Prashn, matter of faith for us. Other than BJP, it was only Shiv Sena which sided with Ram Temple issue. So on political side, the BJP was the only party. Shiv Sena also, but now Shiv Sena is on other side, is the only party which voted for Ram Temple. It fought for it. It led so many movements. And even in courts, the BJP was the only one, and this current dispensation was fighting out in the court. So therefore, to call it a political project, I don't think BJP is going to shy away from that. This is a political project for the BJP. Besides that, they are making it a national project. That is the way BJP knows how to make it something very, very mega and kind of reachable.
And a quick 10 seconds. Do you think politics post 22nd will be decided as pre-22nd and post-22nd?
10 seconds. To best of my knowledge, only two Shankaracharya have voiced their concern. They have raised different kind of issues. Two Shankaracharyas are for it, and there is a whole lot of other issues. Past statement of these two Shankaracharya is also circulating on social as to what their political inclinations have been. So therefore, it is for the people to judge and decide and think as to what is
yes, I think let's leave it in the people's court as to whether they are convinced with Congress's absence and the BJP making this a national project. Sanjay Jha, Tuhin Sinha, Rashid Kidwai and Sanjay Singh, thank you so much for joining us. That's all from me. News and updates on the other side. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.